up, everyone? As most of you have seen, we have a mount for the bed of the Jeep Gladiator for the ARB Twin compressor that has the base mount and then the cover guard for it. Now this is version 2. Version 2 actually lets you mount the ARB Twin or the ARB Single underneath the cover now for protection of that. The cover is actually much more easy to install now also, since we have it split now, and you can mount the base plate first, and then the cover gets mounted on with some rib nuts that you just screw right into. As you can see on the side here, it is a MOLLE pattern, and a true MOLLE pattern is only slightly larger on the rectangles. So I actually have these sized down to be the size that you need for a rocker switch. So in reality, you have 9 rocker switch positions on both sides of this box. Actually 10, because there's another one right under here on the bottom in case you wanted to set it up for like a main power source or something. And as you can see, we have the ARB JIC4 air coupler mounted on the side here. Now on the bottom of it, I actually have another, the ARB, which is the NPT 1/4 inch air coupler on the bottom, and that's mounted on there. And on the other side, so this mount will mount on the passenger side or driver's side of the bed. So essentially everything that's on this side is actually on the other side, and so you can be using it for different stuff either way. And it is still set up with the big hole in the front here in case you wanted to just come straight out of the compressor that way. Now this is the final prototype, and I may actually take this down a little bit and not do the hole on the front, just so it's got a little bit more protection, and since there's already 3 holes for the air couplers. And with the way that this new cover mounts, it makes it much easier to take on and off if you have to service anything that's inside of it, you know, put new filters on the compressor or anything like that. Now the rocker switches, you're going to be limited if you're using the ARB Twin inside of it, because it is a pretty tight fit. So you may not be able to fit all these switches on here just because of the way the side of the compressor comes in there. But again, you have the ability to mount them on both sides, so you're going to have the ability to have at least, I would say a minimum of 4 rocker switches that you could put on this. Now this is rail mount only for this version, just like the previous version. But don't worry, we have other stuff coming, and it's all under rail or no rail version. And that one's actually much more flexible than this one. So I've shown a few things before, little sneak peeks here and there, but I have not shown the full prototype on that one. I'm showing this one just because it's literally just a version 2 of the one we already have for sale. Now another good thing is I've reworked all these bins, the whole back side of this contours to the base much nicer. In reality, this one's a much nicer box than what the first version was, and more flexible. And again, this is MOLLE grid, so if one side you wanted to mount a little MOLLE pouch or something on that, you can. But it's the same as everything else that we have. It's 1/8 inch aluminum. It will be powder coated, texture black. It does mount down through the bed just like the other version did, and then also up here into the rail. So it's pretty solid. And as you've seen some of the pictures, one of my other customers, he sent me some pictures of how well this protected his compressor when one of his propane tanks got loose. So if you haven't seen that, take a look at our Facebook page, and there's some pictures of that. So if you got any questions, just let me know. 813 Fabrication on Instagram, 813fabrication.com. This is going into production very soon, and these will be available as the ones that were on the website are sold out. Now we do have some of these cases left that are powder coated that might be used for other purposes if you wanted to mount them on some existing MOLLE panels or something that you have. So I'm going to put those on a pretty good clearance price here soon, in case that's something you might be interested in. I'll give you a little quick side shot here. As you can see, that lower air coupler just tucks right back in there. Again, this one they both pop out very easily and easily goes right back in. You could even have a couple of them set up on the box at one time. So just keep an eye out. We're going to have this one going pretty soon, and should be in a couple weeks that we have these ready to go. So thanks.